Hi, chat. Let's see if the internet works well enough. You caught me just as I woke up. Yeah! Let's see if the internet works well enough to let me stream today. Because yesterday, everything was like super choppy and nobody could see anything, and I became robot. So, I don't know what was wrong. Like, I could watch streams perfectly fine and have absolutely no problems, not even any lag or poor video quality. I try to stream though, nope. No, no, no. No stream for Scar. So, we're gonna try again today for our lawyer game to get more stream stuff done. That would be your bit rate more than likely. It was at like 2,000. I checked it last night. My bit rate was like 2,000. And I was like, Jesus, look at that thing. 2,000. Because the game is it's fucking the Great Ace Attorney. Like, it's not a hard hitting game where it should be messing up my computer. And I've already streamed it once, so I didn't have any problems. But like, the game was lagging, I was lagging, my model was lagging. It became a not so fun time. So I just was like, I will try again tomorrow. And I'm doing stuff a little earlier today because why not? Why not? Usually I would do it later, but I got other stuff to do. So I do now. I do now, chat. I do now. I checked my download speed and upload speed before I started, so hopefully everything will be fine. 'Tis the hope. Also, I added a new thing in chat, and I will show you. I will show you now, I guess. Why not? Do 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 do. Let's see. Who should I do this with? Oh well, Izzy's right there, so why not? Uh, Bam. Let's see if it works. Oh snap! It worked. Dang, Izzy, you killed me. You left none of my people alive. Holy. Woot. Yeah, so anybody can use that explanation point battle and then just at the person they want to fight. Now they can fight in my chat, and AV's not even here to know about it. I'm ruthless. Yeah, you left none of my people alive. I killed none of yours, and there was zero left of mine. It's only a 4 out of 4. Well, that was great. I added some other little pixel fun stuff from the same tuber, so when those things happen, they will appear. But the battle stuff is something anybody can use. Just type explanation point battle with who you want to fight, and have a good time. And now let's switch. And okay, that opened up a lot faster. Had a lot less things open here, so string summary is ready. Let's check my live mobile on Discord. Hmm. There's Izzy. Izzy's just gonna do the things again. Oh, I didn't open up Mix It Up bot spot. My spot 3. I'm doing some. We're doing some testing, Lee. Where the hell is Mix It Up Bot? Mix It Up Bot only didn't work because it's weird. I didn't have it open. Lolly. Let me make sure it works. Yeah, it's working now. Because I didn't have it open yet. My head. It's like I'm getting hit by hand. Okay, let's see. See if the game's gonna lag me. Did that do it? You're not lagging, so maybe I'm not lagging. Let's see, this is usually where it starts to mess up at, is when the game comes on. No, it's not lagging. Just that slight bit of a Twitch delay. Still, Lolly, fix it. Let's check and see what the task manager looks like. Yee! Oh my lord, it's at 98%. Oh, it's going down. It went down to 97. It's jumping between 97 and 98 for CPU. But I'm not lagging. Lolly tech support for the win. Yeah, it looks like it's stuck at about 97, 98 CPU usage right now. Okay, it suddenly decided it didn't want to hear my mic anymore. That's crazy. Lolly, I think you did it. My CPU is running at 97%. But otherwise, it's running. I went down to 96. Oh, I can't help that, but things are working. Things are working. Thank you, Lolly and Izzy. Should I still stream later, guys? was just here. I was the middleman. Yeah, but you were still helping. If I can stream, I would stream, because we won't have a Lee later. Time differences and all that. But if not, I can wait till later. I'm asking the Lolly tech support. Yeah, no. I'm not lagging at all. Why I got so many ad breaks? I need to fix that. So what do you two think? Should I wait till later? Should I finish? Since we're just testing and we know everything is running well now. Oh, were they in an ad break and I was asking them questions? Can you two hear me now? Are you both out of the ad break? For the Lolly Izzy tech support? See. Okay. Should I just go? I have turbo, I don't get ads. Oh. What's up? I have turbo. So should I just stream later since we were testing, or should I keep going? It's up to you, it's your stream. Oh my god, you two. I mean, this would be. It's your time. I mean, okay. Is it fixed? It looks like it's fixed. Lolly and Izzy helped fix it. So we can lawyer game. Or continue lawyer game. Yeah, head pads. I don't know why the hand is so big. Yeah. I had fixed that. Now it's huge. Now it's a huge hand. The hand shouldn't be so. You're the streamer. It's your schedule. I'm just eating rice. Good Scar. I mean, I was only doing it now so I can just relax later with everybody and chill. So instead of doing it later, that was my only reason for doing it right now. Since it game no lag, if we can continue our trial, Do I remember what happened last time? We were, let me think. We were doing the trial, and there was a lady, and the lady probably has something to do with it. She was there with the doctor. Yeah, yeah, of course somebody died. The doctor guy, he died. He had a hole in his chest, you know, because holes in your chest are bad. And they think we did it. They think we shot him in the chest and we didn't do it. And then there was a mystery lady that nobody wanted to remember because she was an English woman. But she has something to do with it because she hid like a bottle or a glass. So I think we are continuing from that point. Oh, and all of a sudden, the judicial assistant brought evidence into the courtroom and shocked everybody, and then we went to like the be continued screen. So we're here now. I hope I give good explanations. it's been a little bit. Yep, not lagging. And I didn't like that this guy was like, and a woman, no less. How dare you? I got your woman right here. The rules state that females are not permitted into this court of law other than to testify. That's crazy. But this is like back in the day. Yes, I fully understand. I ask only for 5 minutes of your time. I love her kimono. Chat, did I tell you I found a place here that upcycles kimonos? I got a kimono. I got kimono. Oh yes, they upcycle kimonos. And they have like a price range of like $10 to $50. It tells you if something's wrong with it, but they're definitely like old kimonos that people no longer use or wear, so you might have to do like a little bit of repairing on it, but it'll be your kimono. And I got one that had the obi that came with it. And I was like, oh yes, I can't wait to open it up and see what needs fixing. I only hope it fits me because you know I'm chunkies. Let's see, what does she say? I have some vital evidence that I must hand over to the defense. Aha, you're too late, little girl. This trial has already been concluded. No, it hasn't. Shut up. 5 minutes. I will not allow a moment more. See, the judge... But, Your Excellency, I am most grateful. I don't like that guy. Who exactly are you? I'm sorry, there's no time. Please simply accept this for now. What is it? A report about something written in English? Ooh. We're all Japanese here. Ooh. It's Giselle Brett's research. Oh? The English woman's? After the trial resumed earlier, I hurried back to the university. I went to Dr. Wilson's laboratory in the medical facility and borrowed this paper. Yeah, okay. Oh yes, that's right. Miss Brett was studying under the professor, wasn't she? So does this research, whatever it is, have something to do with the case? I'm afraid I don't know. I haven't been able to listen to the proceedings of the trial myself. Oh no, of course not. Special characteristics of curare and its effects on human subjects. Interesting. What is that? Never heard that word before. Time's up. The prosecution demands the immediate removal of this female trespasser from the courtroom. Not female trespasser. There was too little time for me to read it in detail, but I've summarized what I could from a note on just the inside cover. If you think it could be valuable, please cast your eye over it. This is wonderful, thank you. Hey, more evidence. And good luck. Bye! No, my volume is all the way up. So why can't they hear it? Lee still... Oh, now we hear you. Okay. So I'm like, what? Am I still not showing any sound? I keep forgetting about the delay. Scar's back. It's been showing it for a few minutes and I thought I was losing my mind. I'm like, I see my mic. I see it, like, pinging. Guys, I'm gonna need a whole bunch of new stuff. I'm gonna need so much new stuff. Oh god. Okay. Let's not think about that right now. Oh, look at Miss Brett. And there is a ad break. I asked the prosecution and the defense one last time. Does either side have any further evidence to present to the court? I presume not, but... The prosecution has made its case convincingly enough already. Nothing more to add, Your Excellency. Ryunosuke, we're out of options here. This really is our very last chance. Yes, I know. Your Excellency, the defense does have new evidence. That look. The unyielding stare of a true Japanese warrior. Well, Miss Brett? Yes, Your Excellency. If you wouldn't mind, perhaps you could grace us with your presence a little longer. It's a delightful invitation, but I'm afraid it's not so very long until tea time. I'll have to politely decline. Forgive me, Miss Brett. It seems I wasn't clear. I realized it was phrased as a question. However, I must ask you to treat this as an order. I've said many times before, but the Japanese language makes no sense. My apologies, dear lady. So, counsel, what is this new evidence that demands the court's attention? Yeah, we got new evidence for ya. This book right here. Wait. Oh, I was supposed to click the other button.
Yes!
Ms. Giselle Brett, we understand you were studying under Dr. Wilson at Yume University, doing research. Research, by sheer coincidence, perhaps, into a deadly poison. What? Poison? Where are you going with this, counsel? A toxin known as curare. Curare? Your Excellency. Even the slightest amount of this deadly poison entering the body leads to instant death.
Objection!
What? What complete and utter nonsense! Curare, you say? I've never even heard of it. You wouldn't have done. What do you mean? I mean that you wouldn't have heard of curare before for one simple reason. It doesn't exist in our country. It doesn't exist. Correct. Which means, no matter what test the police can do for toxins, they never identify curare. Why? Because there is no test available here that can identify the presence of this highly deadly poison. What? That's right. Get him, Ryunosuke. Order, order, order. Council. Does this deadly poison truly exist? According to this report, authorized by the visiting research student from England, Curare has long been used by the tribespeople of South America as a poison to lace their arrows. It seems that it is reasonably well known among European doctors and scientists. To lace their arrows? The report states that it is produced from the extract of a tree that grows deep in the Amazonian jungle. It was first brought back to Europe at the turn of the century by explorers. It claims that animals shot by arrows laced with curare suffer instant death. Doesn't that about sum it up, Miss Brett? Look at his face, he's so shocked over there.
Objection!
Trumpery. These as... Trumpery. Trumpery is a word. To start with, if the victim had been administered some of this so-called deadly poison, he would have been squirming and writhing in pain. The other diners would have surely noticed. That's true. What do you say to that, Inspector? Obviously, I would have noticed a disturbance like that. I don't remember anything like that either. I didn't notice the professor being in any kind of pain. According to this, however, it's the other way around. What do you mean, the other way around? The very fact that the victim didn't show any visible signs of distress is evidence that curare was used. Explain yourself, Counsel. The moment the toxin enters a person's system, it causes instant paralysis. In other words, affected victims lose all strength and are completely unable to move. Even if they are in total agony, there will be no visible signs of pain at all. How terrible. Obviously, if a man lost all strength in his muscles, he'd collapse on the floor. But with a chair under him for support, as Dr. Wilson did, the effects could go largely unnoticed. But I don't follow, Kazuma. That's just paralysis. I thought the poison caused instant death. The full explanation is extremely unpleasant. The poison causes immediate paralysis, as I said, leaving the victim unable to move. But after a short time, the paralysis is so severe, it causes the muscles that control respiration to fail. Respiration? In other words, the actual cause of death is suffocation. And all the while, the victim is conscious and aware, just unable to move. That's hideous. To the observer, it would look almost like the victim was slipping peacefully into an endless sleep. But for the victim himself, his final moments would be a living hell. That is the true nature of this deadly curare poison. Oh my goodness. That's crazy pants. And you're suggesting that this bottle, Counsel, actually contains this terrifying poison?
Objection!
This is all very convenient, isn't it? To hitherto unknown poison for which there is no means of testing? What a happy tale for the defense. Ahem, if I may. All of these facts you think you're so clever... Oh. It is you who must be taught. Of course. Dear lady, oh my god, this man. So, this is how you Japanese behave, is it? What? You steal another's honest hard work and then announce the results as if you discovered them. I'm appalled. What a loathsome act. Well, Miss Brett, the feeling is mutual. Whatever do you mean? Capitalizing on the unfortunate circumstances of an innocent man to frame him for a hideous crime? That really is a loathsome act. Wouldn't you agree?
Objection!
Enough of this. I, for one, refuse to accept it. The idea of some poison that doesn't even exist in the entire empire of Japan is breaking the rules. What's so funny? Oh, excuse me. Your Excellency? Yes, Miss Brett. May I borrow that bottle for a moment, please? Well, yes, I don't see, why not? Oh, she's gonna show all of us and drink out of it? Don't get too big for your boots, you insignificant little island boys. Sorry? To an Englishwoman such as myself, this whole affair is a farcical comedy. Your little police games and these foolish courtroom antics is laughable, really. But I'm getting bored of all of it now. Time for the games to end. Cheers. Wait, what are you doing? Hmm. No sparkle left at all. How appropriate for this shabby affair. The silence. Goodness. Whatever is the matter? You all look quite stunned. So, no cure. The bottle was clean. Is that what you're saying? You look quite incredulous, little boy. But of course, that's the simple truth. Thank you for presenting the findings of my research so concisely here in this grand venue. Most kind. Thank you, waiter. Now then, Your Excellency. Yes, Miss Brett. I should like to be excused now, please. I think I've given more than enough of my time for the furtherance of friendship between our countries. Ah, yes, dear lady, we are most gratified with all the assistance you've given. This doesn't make sense. There had to have been poison in that bottle. So how? How did she... No, it can't be in the bottle. They said it has to be like a wound or a blow, like a blow dart. Not drinking it. How did she swallow the whole glass and live to tell the tale? I don't understand it. Well, I suppose if nothing else, this little Far Eastern charade will make for interesting conversation at the next party I attend in London. There has to have been poison in that bottle. Doesn't there? But there can't have been, because otherwise she would have keeled over dead. Come on, Ryunosuke. We have all the clues now. That bottle of water. And does it contain poison? It could contain it if it's spilled. The culprit did put the curare poison into Dr. Wilson's carbonated water. The defense refuses to change its position. You're serious?
Objection!
Fool, are you blind? There's no possible way that the bottle could contain poison. I mean, we just saw Miss Brett drinking the water from it. That's right, which rather complicates your argument, I think. And I believe that complication can be explained. How, exactly? I need to think through all the things that don't quite add up here, one by one. I'm sure the answer is in the evidence we have in the court record somewhere. It has to be. Very well. If the defense truly intends to assert this claim, then I must ask you to support the assertion with evidence. What explains how the witness was able to consume this supposedly poisoned water unscathed? Her own research. Her own research.
Yes!
The answer is in this riddle. The answer to this riddle is right here in Miss Brett's own research report.
Objection!
That's not a valid explanation. Yes, it is! We have it right here in this book. No. After all, we don't speak English. That report is utter gibberish. This impudent young scoundrel is trying to ridicule your court, Your Excellency. I'm not trying to ridicule anyone. Honest. I'm just reading Sato-san's notes. I concur. This report is too extensive to be considered in its entirety by the court. You will direct us to the pertinent section, Counsel. Which section of the report reveals the alleged answer to the riddle? Shoot. Wait a minute. I know it's in here, I just gotta know where. Okay, no. Minute doses, effects occur with the point. Okay, special characteristics. That's it. Okay, that's it. I'm like, did you have to put me on the spot like that? Special characteristics. Thank you for that, Patsy. I'll be right back. Okay, Lee. We've been hearing a lot about this curare poison. And it left me curious about something. Oh? Counsel? Well, it sounds as though the indigenous hunters have been using this poison for years and years. To lace the heads of their arrows that they shoot at whatever prey they're hunting. So we've been led to believe, yes. And the point of hunting is to catch prey to eat. Get to the point, please. But if they were to use these laced arrows, doesn't that mean there will be traces of poison left in the prey the hunters are going to eat? Yes, good point. So surely the hunters wouldn't want to eat their prey, would they? Because then they'd be eating poison. Good gracious, Counsel. No, that would be madness. But I actually found the answer to that conundrum in this research paper here. Under special characteristics, it says this. The poison starts to work after entering the body through a wound. Through a wound, you say? I see. That makes sense. Yes, the mention of that particular detail seems a little strange to me, though. But it all makes sense when you interpret what's written like this. When the curare enters the body through an open wound, it has terrifying poisonous effects. However, when it enters through the body via the mouth, it has no poisonous effects whatsoever. What? Miss Brett, you authored this research. You knew Cure's special characteristics, and you knew that you could make a spectacle of drinking the water without any danger to yourself. You meddling little rapscallion. She called him a rapscallion. Well, Ryonosuke, it turns out you're an even better lawyer than I thought you'd be. Really? Me? A lawyer?
Objection!
All this poison talk is fascinating, I'm sure. But I fail to see how it... So, the ill-bred little puppy has a new toy to play with. Some facts he read in a book. But I'm afraid knowledge doesn't suit you, little boy. It only makes you look silly. What are you trying to say? Your schoolboyish logic has a fatal flaw. Schoolboyish? Flaw? Even if your brain has managed to deduce Cure is safe to ingest, it seems likely that its effects are neutralized by the acidic nature of the gastric succus. Oh, yes, well, of course. Gastric suckers? What are they? So, if this lethal poison is completely harmless when drunk, the professor wouldn't have died when he swallowed it, would he? Ah, that's right. Good gracious. Good gracious. That's basic science. Science even a schoolboy should be able to understand, no? Order! Order in the court! Order! The logic holds. If the lady and the professor drank the same poison, they would be affected in the same way. Are you trying to suggest... Yes, this Cure poison is completely irrelevant to the case on trial. That's right. Surely even a little cockroach like you could understand something as simple as that. What is this welling up inside of me? I've never felt like this before. It's a sort of conviction to break down all discrepancies. It's so intense, almost rage-like. And more than anything else, it's an animalistic desire to take down my prey.
Objection!
I don't think so, Miss Giselle Brett. How dare you use that tone with me? You know very well that there is no fatal flaw here. You know exactly why, even though both you and the victim swallowed the same poison. No exact. I got a little excited. You are alive, but Mr. Wilson is dead. Counsel, I'm sure I don't need to remind you. You must provide compelling evidence. As we now know, this poison is completely harmless when ingested. Why would Dr. Wilson alone have been killed by the poison? Where is it? Because he got a wound on his arm, but it like... No. Oh, he also had a wound in his mouth, too. So it's either this or the burn mark. I can try both.
Take that!
As Miss Brent so readily pointed out, she drank the same water as the professor. However, there was a fundamental and fatal difference between the two diners. A fatal difference? The toxic effects of Cure are only felt when the poison enters the body through an open wound. So, for a healthy person with no injuries, drinking is completely harmless. But, what if there was a wound inside the mouth of the person drinking the poisoned water? Inside? Yes, like the wound you might have if you had just been to the dentist and had a tooth extracted, for example. Mrs. Brett, you acknowledged many times in your testimony already that you were well aware of Dr. Wilson's dental appointment that day. Ugh. So that's it. You used the knowledge to orchestrate this. Oh, she's laughing. Is she laughing? I don't like to repeat myself, but honestly, I can't resist. These childish courtroom games and your half-baked arguments are all so puerile. What do you mean? Don't worry, little schoolboy. You'll find out soon enough. You see, when you leave vital evidence lying around, you never know what might happen to it. No, I mean, it could just slip. Oh dear, how careless of me. I'm afraid some crucial evidence may have just been tragically destroyed. What is it? What just happened? It's the Englishwoman. She smashed that bottle. And in the Supreme Court. What a terrible blunder. Officer, what are you waiting for? Collect up as much of the water from the broken bottle as possible at once. You're wasting your time. This delightful carpet under my feet here was a gift from the British Empire. I assure you it will soak up the water beautifully. You have neither the technology nor the presence of mind to recover it. How could you? You won't get away with this. You can thump the bench and shout as much as you like, little boy. But I'm afraid we'll never know now, will we? Was there really poison in the bottle? Or not? You. And let us not forget, we still have some very compelling evidence left intact. Isn't that right, counsel for the prosecution? Oh, of course, of course. You're referring to this photographic print, I presume, dear lady. That's right. And really, looking at this photograph, it's as clear as day, isn't it? The poor professor was sitting with his back to me. So of course the only person who could have shot him from the front was the little schoolboy.
Objection!
No, you killed the victim that day, using Curie. And then, in order to frame Ryunosuke Naruhodo for the crime, you waited until he picked up the pistol you arranged for him to find on the floor, before you shot the professor's dead body in the chest with your own hidden gun. Then in the confusion that followed, all you had to do was turn the dead professor and his chair around. You see, you had every opportunity to commit this crime. What a wonderful imagination you have, young man. A hidden gem, you say? I shot the professor's dead body, did I? Well, I'm terribly sorry, but you don't have a shred of evidence. Exactly. And as you have nothing to support your wild claims, the prosecution's stance remains unchanged. The victim, Dr. John H. Wilson, was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Delivered in cold blood by the accused, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. This is unbelievable. How can this be happening? We had her, but now Is she really going to get away with it? The way she destroyed that evidence was obscene. Ryunosuke. Yes? We've come this far, but now you're the only one who can finish it. What? They must be in your head. In my head? You told me before that your powers of observation were the one thing you could really depend on. Well, yes, that's true, but I didn't manage to notice that this woman was a foreigner with a swan on her head. So think back again now. Try to remember every last detail about the scene that day. Everything you saw. We got her, man. She's just pulling us. What I saw, what I felt. Every color. Is Kazuma right? Somewhere in the vibrant memory of this same scene in my head, there could be another clue to expose the identity of Dr. Wilson's killer? Actually, Kazuma, I think I might have something. You always have something up your sleeve, don't you, Ryunosuke? Come on, then. Let's wipe the smug smile off that English woman's face with some evidence. Alright, I can't wait. It's been niggling me for a while that something feels amiss in my memories of that day. Whatever it is could be the key to arriving at the truth about all this. It's here somewhere. The clue that shows who Dr. Wilson's real killer must have been is...
Take that!
Inspector Hosonaga, answer me this. Yes, what is it? As you've said a number of times now, you strive for perfection in your investigations, don't you? Absolutely. I wonder, therefore, if perhaps you took anything else from the scene of the crime. Like, for instance... We're getting to the nitty gritty. Let me get some water. Okay. Like, for instance, the plate of steak that you took to the victim's table that day.
Objection!
Wait a minute. Where are you going? Where are you going with this, little boy? Is just a memory that has been troubling me. What memory? I saw the scene shown in this photograph print with my own eyes that day. And I saw that on the wooden base of the plate that the steak was served on, there was a splattering of blood. Obviously, that must have happened when you shot the professor. No, that can't be the case. Take a good look at the photograph and the relative position of everything there. The plate of steak is almost directly behind the victim. If I'm supposed to have shot Dr. Wilson in the chest from the front, there's no way that blood from the victim could have ended up directly behind him. For blood to have made it onto the plate, it implies that the plate was between the victim and the shooter. Which means the shooter must have been sitting opposite the professor, as you were. Giselle Brett. I beg your pardon?
Objection!
This is beyond ridiculous. Fabricated nonsense. Is the court seriously expected to believe something accused has apparently just remembered something?
Hold it!
Oh my gosh. This could be the moment that my entire career in the police force has been leading to. Inspector, you mean? Yes, I took the plate, and in the interest of preserving evidence from the scene of the crime, I took it, meat and all, and I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief because of it. You did what? I took the steak that you had been eating, Miss Brett. I took the steak and the sergeant that had been eating. I did it all in the name of justice. Then we find out for sure whether or not there's a blood stain on Mrs. Brett's plate. We must examine it now. Inspector, the court wishes to examine the plate from the victim's table immediately. Oh, look, we got the steak. Oh my god, my head. Here's what you ordered, the steak. Well, what about the blood? Is there blood on it? Of course there isn't. Quickly, Inspector, the blood man, show the court. Of course. Examine the plate at your leisure. No blood. No. No blood. No blood anywhere. But no, that's... I know I saw it. I'm sure of it. It was right there on the table behind the professor. There was blood on the side of the table. Oh my god, she's so angry. This is killing me, guys. Oh my god. Not her being this level of angry. I couldn't agree more. In the case of this disgrace to the Empire, I believe we may finally have reached a conclusion in this trial. No! No, we have not! Wait a minute! Hold on! No! No, no, no. But I do promise to do my best to forget all about it when it's over. No, Ryunosuke, we got something. This sorry-looking steak reveals all the facts too clearly. If the sorry-looking accused wishes to examine it again, be my guest. It's just the court record. Was the plate I saw or thought I saw just a fragment of my imagination? I don't know, but we're about to go check new evidence. Let's go look. There's no blood. There's no blood anywhere. The coin! Huh? What in the world is this? I think it's a Koban coin. It's the hallmark of the Hoei era, I believe. No, I don't mean what is it. I mean, what is it doing there? That means that's not his plate. Wait, did you say it was a Hoei Koban? Yes, and apart from the meat juices, it looks to be in good condition. I imagine it's very valuable. Hmm, this isn't the first time today there's been talk of a Hoei Koban. I've heard of pearls before swine, but I've never heard of bouillon in bouillon. I don't think you ever will again. This is extraordinary, though. This means... It'll probably give me the same thing. I certainly never expected to find a precious coin underneath this thick cut of meat. And it's from the Hoei era, too. That would make it really quite valuable. It's well marinated in juices as well. Look. What are you thinking of eating it? Ew, no. But the next time I order steak in an expensive restaurant, one thing's for sure. My heart's gonna be racing as I lift up the meat and peer underneath for a prize. You might have the wrong end of the stick about this, Ryunosuke. A Koban coin hidden underneath this steak. There's only one logical explanation. Alright, so we know that's Grandpa's coin. This is it now. I've lost. Ryunosuke. It's not over yet. Not until the final gavel. Hmm? Never stop believing in yourself. Keep looking forward, no matter what. Believe in myself? Really? Maybe I should at least examine the evidence for myself. As the evidence requested by the defense has not been shown to be problematic in any way, I presume any further examination of evidence in this trial will be unnecessary. Does the defense have any objection? That blood stain was going to clinch the trial for me. Can this plate of steak reveal any other clues at all? There's another clue. Your Excellency, please wait. This plate of beef is hiding another clue. Another clue that will reveal the shocking truth.
Objection!
The only thing that's shocking here is your unhealthy fascination with beefsteak. Your Excellency, I think I've made myself clear, haven't I? I will not be able to turn a blind eye to any more unnecessary procrastination in this trial. I'm sorry, Miss Brett, but we must ensure a thorough examination of the evidence. I will not give a ruling until I am completely satisfied that all reasonable doubt has been displaced. I see. As a newly affirmed ally of my country, that's still your position, is it? Thank you, Your Excellency. Counsel for the defense, you will now clearly show the court what you are alluding. Where precisely on this plate of beefsteak is the new clue to be found? Yeah, right there. I'm trying to get through this, so because I already looked because I couldn't wait. Oh my god, chat. I gotta go to the bathroom. I was trying to hold it. I gotta go pee. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Wait. I can't hold it. Okay, I'm back. I got distracted by children. Okay, here we go. Did I still not press the right button? Come on, go through it, go through it. So I already read all of this. Oh, we go. Present.
Got it!
Good gracious, that's a Koban? What on earth? Ahoy Arrow one that... Miss Brett, this is in fact the beefsteak that you ordered at the restaurant on that day in question, isn't it? Tell me, why is there no coin seemingly hidden underneath the meat?
Shut up!
What a ridiculous question. How should I know? I've never seen that thing before in my life. I don't know what it is, but I want no part of it.
Objection!
I fail to see how this is relevant. A coin under the meat? What could simply have... That could simply have been a careless mistake by a chef in the moment of distraction.
Objection!
Don't be absurd. We're supposed to believe that this happened by accident in the kitchen. A rare Koban just happens to be hidden underneath that piece of steak. If this turns out to be irrelevant to the case, I'll rip up my ticket to Great Britain right now. He's right. It can't be a coincidence. Your Excellency. Yes, Counsel? A rare Hoi Koban just happens to be hidden underneath that piece of steak? If it turns out to be irrelevant to the case, I'll give up my lawyer job right now.
Objection!
By all means, don't let us stop you. No one invited you anyway.
Shut up!
Perhaps, little boy, you should realize that it is you who is irrelevant. Even though I'm the one on trial here? The point is, it's essential that we ask the owner of this coin if he can explain what it's doing under the steak. The owner? Yes, it's obvious. There's only one person it can belong to. The owner of the Koban that was found underneath the steak is... Grandpa!
Take that!
Obviously, it can only be the antiques dealer and the owner of Rasute, Kiryo Korekuda-san. Kuri as in Mr. Cucumber something. Honestly, these ridiculous Japanese names are quite unfathomable. Ah, yes. The old man who testified earlier alongside the military sergeant, correct? Yes, Your Excellency. I remember him saying that he was up to something with his Koban coin when it happened. At exactly the moment the gun was fired. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor. Too busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing? Hunting for treasure. Indeed, the whole Hey-era Koban, my prize coin. Then this Hoei-era Koban, do you mean to tell me...
Objection!
Did my stream freeze? Or did it just stream freeze on my phone. Okay, no, it's fine. I needed to reload it. No, no, please. Why would Korekura-san's koban be sandwiched between the victim's beefsteak and his plate? It makes no sense.
Yes!
Which is why I'm asking to bring Korekura-san back to the witness stand so we can ask him. Officer, bring both witnesses that testified earlier back in here, without a moment's delay. I can't believe we come back around to that pair again. But I have a hunch, a strong hunch, that if we chase down the real significance of this koban, we'll find that it's a key element in the case. Man and the baby. What is this about? Why have I been called up again? Don't you realize that it's dinner time for little baby Ado? When my son's belly is empty, he's fiercer than a pack of wolves. Exploited by the police we are, like miserable dogs forced to bear witness. And when the cast from this courtroom myself, I became a ruined man in trice, a worthless, withered antique. Nothing more have I to say. The sun has set on this Rasute shop owner's existence. Be that as it may, Kurekure-san, something has come to light that requires your clarification. As far as your Rasu... yes, that's it. The very exact one, that is. The resplendent, splendiferous Hoei treasure that my rusty bones managed to misplace that fateful day. It can't be. As I thought. Young man, enlighten this decrepit old fool. Put me out of my misery. Where was my treasure? Where was it dropped? Oh, I'm not sure if it was dropped anywhere. We found your coin sandwiched between a beefsteak and its plate, soaking in the seasoned meat juices. Sandwiched? Soaking? Seriously? Clearly, it couldn't have fallen there by accident. Which means somebody must have hidden it there on purpose. Somebody concealed my Hohei treasure between a slab of meat and a metal plate? Who would do such a thing? Such an oh my god, words. Excuse me. Can I say something? Yes, of course. Proceed, Inspector Hosonaga. What? Oscar. I mentioned this earlier on trial, but I was working undercover in the restaurant in order to investigate another case. Yes, that's right. The undercover operation. Carnival was a high-class Western restaurant. It attracts wealthy diners, including many foreigners. Recently, there's been a run of similarly executed thefts targeting the restaurant's rich clientele. A number of such incidents have been reported to the police bureau. Wicked times indeed. We wanted to nip the case in the bud quickly, especially with so many foreigners being affected. So that's why you were sent in undercover, is it? Yes, I took the job of the waiter at the restaurant in order to flush out the criminal. It seems likely that this Koban incident is the work of the same thief. Hmm. So unbeknownst to us, there was a master thief at the work at the restaurant on a regular basis. The place was already the scene of several crimes, it seems. I don't know about the master thief part, but the identity of the person who stole and hid Kure-san's Koban is all too clear. I mean, it was probably just him. He probably just did it himself. Uh, didn't I just read another one? Hold on, chat. I gotta message my children something important. Okay. Nope, that's not the right app. There we go. What? What? I think the court would like to hear the defense's view on this matter. Tell us, who is the despicable scoundrel that stole Korekurakan's Koban and hid it under the stake? I think it's Grandpa. I could be wrong, but I think it's Grandpa. If it's not Grandpa, it might be the military guy, but I think it's Grandpa. I think he just forgot it's there.
Take that!
Yes, it seems like a likely candidate for a Koban thief. No, come on, Ryonosuke. Huh? You shocked me, Kazuma. Not as much as you shocked me. No one could have approached the table unnoticed. Even if you're a crazy fool, you couldn't have missed that. I'm not sure you would be calling Kure-san a crazy fool, Kazuma. It is you who I was calling crazy fool. Maybe I'm on the wrong track here. Okay, so I was wrong. Heard you correctly, Counsel. Okay. So it was not Grandpa. He didn't misplace it, which is what I thought. So who put the coin there? She said she never saw it in her life. And it wasn't you. So was it the military guy? You weren't even there. So military guy, go.
Take that!
Obviously, It can only be you. Sergeant Niisa Nosa. What? How? How dare you, you monster. Monster? I stole that koban, did I? I'm the master thief of La Carnival, am I? You're seriously accusing me of these crimes, cadet. But it wasn't me, it was Ido. Ido is the mastermind behind this. You gonna blame the baby, bro? You would push the blame of your crimes onto your own son? An innocent little baby? It is you who's the monster, Sergeant Nosa. You... Oh. Oh. Oh my. Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Issa Nosa preparing to stand down in the Supreme Court, sir. He looks sound like he broke his back. Do any of you know the extraordinary low wages the Nippon Imperial Army pays those who expects to keep our country safe? I keep saying company. I understand that the temporary increase in taxation owing to the recently ended conflicts remains in place. And I have heard it is hard for lower-ranking soldiers to make a living. Yes. Now, all I want is to put a hot meal on the table for my son. That is why you were stealing things at the restaurant? The place is heaving with money. Every 3 days I go there and do a reconnaissance for a target. And I'd enjoy chomping my way through a good steak at the same time. Sounds like he doesn't bother with a knife and fork even, which is worryingly believable. And your target that day was the old man and his koban? Yes, sir. He was an easy mark. I slipped the coin into my pocket without any trouble at all. A veritable phantom thief you are. I was all set to leave the steak and was halfway through devouring when it happened. How? Yeah, I figured it was gonna bang on me. Yes, when the professor was shot. I knew that if the police conducted a search and found the coin in my pocket, I'd be finished. Ido, too. So I hid the incriminating evidence as fast as I could, on the double. I slipped it under the steak, hoping that I'd be able to rendezvous with it again at a later date. Wow. Well, this is ridiculous. Perhaps you could carry on with this absurd prattling in your own time? Well, Miss Brett? Of course, dear lady, of course. How rude of us. I'm quite sure there's no need to detain you any longer at all. Ow, bro. May the esteemed gentlewoman please be excused, Your Excellency. Indeed. The death of the koban was clearly perpetrated by this baby-saddled sergeant. It would certainly appear to be unrelated to Dr. Wilson's murder. Of course it is. Hiding a coin under a lump of meat? The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. Nonsense, is it? Well, as for picking up your steak and biting into it without a knife and fork, that's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness. Very well. Now that all questions concerning this witness's testimony have been answered, I see no further justification for detaining her. Brett, you are free to leave. Thank you, Your Excellency. Good luck, everyone. And good day. Ryunosuke, what's the matter with you? This is no time for daydreaming. Oh, no, it's just something about Mrs. Brett's parting words got me thinking. I can't quite work it out with what exactly, but something she said jarred with me. I feel like there was a contradiction in there somewhere. Something didn't quite add up. Well, in that case, don't just stand there thinking, make your voice heard. Sorry? You can think later, but if you don't call it out now, it'll be too late. The trial will be over.
Hold it!
Wait, Miss Brett. What is it now? I'm afraid, just one last time. There's something I'd like to ask you. I'd like you to explain the contradiction in your parting words from just a few moments ago. What are you talking about? What contradiction?
Objection!
What new student nonsense is this? Well, what parting words are you talking about, Ryunosuke? The sheer nonsense of it astounds me. As for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and a fork, it's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness. Yes, I'm right. What she said there exposed an undeniable contradiction. I'm going to need to see evidence, counsel. If Miss Brett's words are truly contradictory, where is the evidence to prove it? Wait, hold on. Let me see this. There's a knife and fork. Right, there's a knife and fork on this plate. So what is he talking about? Yeah, there's a knife and fork. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. Like, what was the contradiction? Let's see. I got 4, so let's see what we can do here.
Take that!
The photographic print of the scene immediately taken after the incident occurred. What's interesting is the plate of steak that you can see on the victim's table. The steak that Miss Brett had been eating before the professor was killed. Yes, go on. More accurately, Your Excellency, the steak that was on the victim's table just before the professor was killed. Now you're just splitting hairs. Not true. Doesn't something about the steak strike you as very unnatural? Unnatural? What on earth do you mean? It's extremely obvious. I'm talking about the shape of the edge where it's been eaten. If I see you've noticed it too, Miss Brett. Notice what exactly, counsel? Just a few moments ago, Miss Brett claimed no Englishman could even contemplate picking up a steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork. Of course she did. She's a refined Englishwoman herself, a gentlewoman herself. Then take a good look at this steak, in particular the edge where it's been eaten. As you can see, there are clearly identified barbaric teeth marks there. It looks like Miss Brett realized something. So, if the witness is as she claims, can't contemplate eating anything without using a knife and fork. There shouldn't be teeth marks in the steak at all.
Objection!
But what is your actual point? Perhaps the delightful Miss Brett.
Shut up!
Oh, whatever you say, dear lady. As I said, I really must be leaving now. Afternoon tea with the Minister of Justice cannot possibly wait any longer. Of course, it will be all over in a blink of an eye. Rest assured, I'm about to put this rookie in his place. I've heard enough, you rattling little spectacled samurai relic. Of course, dear lady. What's the matter, Miss... What? Ooh, I don't know why I said that so loud. What's the matter, Miss Brett? Have we ruffled your feathers? Clearly, the witness knows what this means. She realized the catastrophic implications these teeth marks in the steak have for her. Ryonosuke, do you know where you're going with this? That's not her plate. Yes. Now, at last, it all comes together. The mysterious teeth marks in the steak that had allegedly been eaten with cutlery. The reason why the bloodstain I know I saw somehow seems to have disappeared. Except that these teeth marks in the steak are a little unnatural, as you put it, Counsel. I was holding the button and didn't realize it. But what exactly are you suggesting that tells us? Everything, Your Excellency. Everything? Yes, I believe that these barbaric teeth marks in the steak here amount to conclusive evidence in this case. Evidence that will prove beyond any doubt who shot Dr. Wilson.
Shut up!
Conclusive evidence? How many times have I heard that today? You wouldn't know the meaning of the phrase, typical Japanese empty threats. How can you be so sure? Oh, it's quite simple. If you really had such conclusive evidence, you would have presented it to the court long ago. Actually, the evidence I'm talking about isn't brought before the court yet. It hasn't been? What? But just because it hasn't been shown yet, doesn't mean that the evidence does not exist.
Objection!
This is absurd. The trial has run several hours already, and you say there's evidence yet to be brought forward? That can't be. I don't believe you have it.
Objection!
I don't. But there is someone who does have it. Someone in this very courtroom. And if that person is willing to submit the piece of evidence I'm referring to, it will solve every remaining mystery about this case. Very well. I have a feeling this will be my last request of the defense in this trial. Who possesses the conclusive evidence that will reveal the truth about this whole affair? Ooh. It is between the detective, the military guy, and Mrs. Brett herself. I have 3, so I can do it, but I'm still like, ooh. I'm gonna go with him because he likes to take stuff from the crime scene first.
Take that!
The answer is obvious. It's Inspector Hosonaga. What? I have it? Yes. You think I've been withholding conclusive evidence? That's ridiculous. Well, no, I'm not saying that. Everyone's attention has been focused on this stake with the teeth marks. Yes. Now, earlier this afternoon, Sergeant Nosa told the court the following. I enjoy chomping my way through a good steak. And as well as admitting to stealing Korekura-san's coin, he told us that he slipped it under the steak. You watch, cadet. I'm a superior officer. I'm a superior officer. Shut up. You're about to go to jail. Real jail. Sergeant Nosa, could you please confirm something for me? Was the stake that you put the coin under, in fact, your own stake? Tishan. Affirmative, of course. I might be a soldier in the Imperial Army, but a Nippon army. I'm not brave enough to ask a foreign gentlelady if she mind me manhandling her meal to hide something in it. Thank you, Wee. In other words, the stake that the detective submitted as evidence earlier was in fact Sergeant Nosa's meal.
Objection!
But that makes no sense. That plate was taken from the victim's table.
Objection!
And yet the gentlewoman doesn't take bites out of her steak, nor does she have any opportunity to steal the coin. Of course I didn't steal it. To even suggest such a thing would be an affront to the entire British Empire. Well then, how do you explain this paradox? Exactly. Surely you're not going to suggest that the sergeant switched the two steaks over. Dramatic pause, chat, dramatic pause. You did switch the plates? Well, after it happened, the, when I saw the civilian had been murdered right in front of my eyes, like that, I panicked. As I said, I immediately lifted my stake and hid the coin underneath it. But when the waiter announced he was an undercover policeman, I thought I had it. If he decided to investigate my slab of meat, that'd be it. I'd be getting my marching orders. So when the cadet here was arrested and taken off to the kitchen, I seized my chance. My head is trying to hurt, Chad. Okay. Whew. What? You can't have. I never saw you do such a thing. It was called Operation Lightning Bolt. There was no time for strategic planning. It was do or die, I tell you, so yes, it had to be. I did what had to be done. Unbelievable! He switched the plates! However, fear not, Prosecutor-san. What now? I swear on the brass buttons of my uniform, that's all I did, sir. All you did? That's plenty, Sergeant.
Yes!
So if Sergeant Nosa switched the plates over, that means he took Mrs. Brett's steak and the plate it was on back to his own table. Yes, that follows. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes. Earlier in this trial, you told the court this. You said that you had no opportunity, not only taken Mrs. Brett's steak after the incident, but also the sergeant's. To preserve evidence, you've taken them both. Ah, she's upset now. That's correct. Then please, present it to the court now. The plate that is actually on the victim's table at the precise moment he was shot.
Shut up!
What can that possibly tell us now? I mean, a cold slab of tough meat? It can't have the slightest bearing on the case.
Objection!
No, you're not wiggling your way out of it this time, lady. I beg your pardon? Surely you're not that forgetful. Surely you remember the reason why the steak plan promises to prove such a problem for you, no? You're the ones who decided it was a problem, not me. You're the ones who decided it was a problem, not me. The reason the defense asked to see the plate was to confirm something the defendant remembers seeing. He thinks he remembers. I'm quite sure of what I saw, Miss Brett. I mean, he remembered you after all, and that's how they got you in this courtroom. On the side of the plate that was on the table directly behind Mr. Wilson, there was a clear splattering of blood from a gunshot wound to the victim's chest. I believe the defendant's memory serves him well. And now we have evidence to prove it. The plate you were eating from, Miss Brett. Let us not prolong this any further. Inspector, will you show the evidence to the court? Present the beef steak and the plate that was originally on the victim's table at the time of the incident. He's so eager. Sorry for keeping you. Here is the other steak and its plate. Please feel free to examine it.
Yes!
Missed something. I missed something. Bloodstain. It's clearly visible. Look. Yes. Now this makes everything clear. The blood you can see on the side of the plate shows at the moment the victim was shot, he was facing the table with his back to me. In other words, it's impossible for Naruhodo-san to have shot the victim. What? It can't be. In fact, there's only one person who could have possibly shot Dr. Wilson from the front. And I'm sure everyone knows who that person is. That's right. Miss Jezebel Brett. I keep calling her Jezebel too. Giselle Brett. It's you. Oh, she's about to freak out. Outdone by a Japanese me? By a Japanese schoolboy. No, no, no. Oh, oh, oh. Are they laying eggs? Is like fully grown chicks as it's running her about? Oh, did she just fly up into did she just fly up into the heavens? Now there are little birds everywhere. Why is it so many Hatos all over the place? Look at all the Hatos! The baby Hatos! Please excuse my little outburst. I briefly lost my composure. Most unbecoming behavior for an English gentlewoman. Forgive me. Well, Miss Brett, I think it's time you told the course what actually happened that day. The truth, this time. Gladly, Your Excellency. It was I who took the professor's life, using Cure. As you summarized, I chose that particular day for one very important reason. The professor had a dental appointment for the extraction of one of his teeth in the morning. Oh my god, I missed so much. How did I miss this? I was looking at my phone because I saw stuff popping up. I was making sure the stream was okay, which it freezes from when I'm looking at it from time to time. But since nobody said anything, I suspect that it is alright. Yes, okay. As you summarize it, okay, right here. So you plan to kill the professor knowing that no trace of poison would be found in his water, because Cure is unheard of here in Japan. Yes. Of course, I never intended to remain at the restaurant for as long as I did. I only needed to see the professor, take one tiny sips of his water, and it would all be over. I would place the steak I had ordained in front of him to make it appear as though he had been eating alone. Man, this is craziness. Okay, I'm going back now. I leave immediately, however. Before any of that happened, there was an unexpected visitor at the professor's table. That would be me, I suppose. Yes, you. Who else? Such a trifling matter, but the fact that you decided to come over and greet the professor meant I had lost my chance to slip away unnoticed. In due course, the professor took a sip of his water and was paralyzed. I made sure he was sitting in his chair such that he wouldn't fall. There was no going back at that point. I was so I concocted a plan on the spur of the moment. A plan to pin Dr. Wilson's murder on his I happen to know the professor always carried a gun. The power of gun! I decided to use that fact to my advantage. I had the bottle of Curé in my handbag, and my own pistol concealed under my skirt. Under your skirt? So I was right. There were two guns. Yes. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god. Oh my god. And everything went according to plan. You noticed the gun as intended. I'm gonna say it. Everything went to shit if it wasn't for you and your rotten dog, too. And then, just as you bent down to pick it up, that's when you shot the professor with your own gun. Even though at that point he was already dead. Naturally, the gunshot caused a commotion, at which point the waiter appeared. Obviously, I assumed Naruhodo-san was the culprit and apprehended him. I took him to the custody. That's when I took the opportunity to turn the professor in his chair around. Because, of course, we need to make it look like the defendant had shot Dr. Wilson from where he picked up the gun. Well, she admitted it. We're free. Let's go. We did it. So, there you have it. That is the entirety of my misdemeanor. Come on, let's wrap this up, guys. We've done it. We figured out the case. Let's pack it up. Let's go home. Your Excellency. Yes. I wonder. Might I speak with you in private later? I shall call on you. Thank you. Good day then, everyone. I hope you can forgive me, Naruhodo-san. Oh my goodness. It would seem this trial has finally run its course. I presume the prosecution is in agreement. This can't be. Takesuichi Aochi does not lose. Not to the likes of this rookie student. Ryonosuke Naruhodo. What? Yes? This is an insult to the Aiuchi family name. Will never be forgiven. You've become conceited with the age council. But the old have to stand aside and make way for the new. Ha! Oh, they cut it off! They cut it off! Nah, that's what you get! 1,000 millennia may pass, and still the Aiuchi clan will never measure up to the Naruhodo clan. This trial in the Supreme Court of Japan will, I believe, go down in history as the start of a new chapter in our country's judicial system. Despite being summoned as the accused, you, Ryonosuke Naruhodo, presented an excellent case. I thank you, Your Excellency. After all, it has only been a few short decades since our company opened its doors to the wider world. But the Western ideas of science are rapidly gaining acceptance here. I feel sure that science will soon bring new methods of investigation and new procedures of justice. A new future of law awaits, but what it will look like, I cannot begin to imagine. As for the young, that is for the young to pursue. As for the young, no. Kazuma Asogi, yes. After this trial, you are set to embark on a journey of discovery to the illustrious British Empire. Learn all you can. Absorb everything the wider world that you are able to. And do not forget to fulfill the mission imposed upon you. I understand, Your Excellency. What was that about? Why do you look so grave all of a sudden? Never mind. As for you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Oh, yes? In you, I sense, how can I put it, unusual potential. I very much look forward to seeing how you carry that onwards. Thank you, Your Excellency. Hey, hey! It is time to deliver the final verdict. I hereby find the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. That's right! Look at those petals falling from the ceiling. We did it, chat! He is not guilty. He is free! This court is now adjourned. I can't believe it. I can't believe what's happened. I made it. I defended myself and made it through that horrendous trial. Ryunosuke, you finally pulled it off. Congratulations. Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Kazuma. No, it was a pleasure to watch you work. So, you owe me an extra large sukiyaki from the place on Yume University Street. Don't forget. Good afternoon. All your hard work has certainly paid off. Congratulations to both of you for proving Naruhodo-san's innocence. God, words. Ah, our trusty judicial assistant. You worked hard for that result too, you know. Oh no, I didn't do any. Thank you so much. If we hadn't had that research report of Miss Brett's, I don't know how things would have turned out. Your kind words should really be for my father. I was simply doing as he asked. It was his idea for me to go to the university and investigate. Your father? Ah, yes, of course. Forgive me for Miko Toba. Speaking of Miko Toba. Ah, there you are. I believe congratulations are in order. Naruhodo, you did an excellent job. Thank you, Professor. Oh no, it is I who should be thanking you. After all, your efforts exposed the true criminal that took the life of my good friend. Good friend? Oh yes, you mentioned that before. It was you who actually invited Dr. Wilson to Yume University, wasn't it? Yes, that's right. Professor Markotova studied overseas himself. He went to study forensic medicine in Great Britain. Presumably, that's when you met Dr. Wilson? Exactly. In those days, we worked together in the same hospital. Oh, you worked together. I've never heard you mention that before. Well, it was a long time ago now. Besides, it's your turn, Asogi. Great Britain is a magnificent country. It leads the world. In science, medicine, engineering, culture, and of course, in law. Watch and learn, my boy. See what's happening in the world's largest melting pot. I will. I'll learn all I can. I swear on this, the spirit of the Asogi clan. You're not taking that sword to Great Britain, are you? Of course I am. A Japanese man's katana is his soul. This blade shows me where I need to go. And cuts down anything that's in my way. Yes, I've definitely seen how sharp it is already with my own eyes. That reminds me, what happened to the woman? To Jezebel Brett? I mean, after all, she's guilty of murder. Ah yes, her. It's not easy to tell you this, but what do you mean? Surely she's going to face trial herself now. She's the true culprit, after all. She will be leaving Japan in the very near future for Shanghai. What? Shanghai? Jezebel Brett will not appear in court again in this country. I am certain of that. What? Why not? It is a matter of consular jurisdiction. Inspector Hosonaga. It was a hard-fought battle in the courtroom today. Very impressive to watch. But what's this about consular jurisdiction? We cannot try this particular foreigner for her crimes here in Japan. What? We can't try her? But then who? Who's going to bring her to justice? A British consular court will hear her case, somewhere far away where our voices can't be heard. But why a consular court? Professor, I simply don't understand. I thought consular courts were a thing of the past now that we've signed the friendship treaty. Yes, in normal circumstances you're right. Then, so long as this is not a serious incident of highly political nature, our respective governments, they can't invoke consular court just like that. Oh, can't they? Yes, she is a student, but that doesn't justify our governments making secret agreements about her fate, does it? Something strange is going on. So Miss Brett can't be held accountable for her actions here in Japan. I'm afraid that is for the young student. Today's trial was nothing more than a game all along. There was never any danger of comeuppance for her. I don't believe it. The British government's Foreign Affairs Ministry has demanded that we hand over custody of Miss Brett. They're obviously taking this case of a foreign student committing murder very seriously. But it's all going to change from now on. We can make it change. This is a time of great turmoil, and this new era heralded by the start of the 12th century. One day, I have no doubt, that woman will receive the judgment she deserves. Yes, change is coming, and we're the ones driving it. Well, I think that's enough seriousness for now. This evening calls for a celebratory drink. Yeah, sake for everybody. Yeah. But Professor, you're right. This is no time for gloomy faces. We should be celebrating Ryunosuke's not guilty verdict. Let's start having some fun. In that case, might I suggest La Carnival? As the head waiter, I should be delighted to provide you with ample food and drink. Um, you're a detective, Kusanaga, aren't you? Let's not worry about the details for now. To La Carnival, will you accompany us, Professor? Of course. La Carnival's food is second to none. Shall I go attend to the paperwork for Naruhodo-san's release? Oh yes, thank you. So Giselle Brett won't be tried here. I I suppose that means I'll never know. I'll never find out why she killed Dr. Wilson. Kazuma. Yes, Ryunosuke? I just wanted to say thanks again. That's all. You really saved my skin today. I didn't do a thing. You were the lawyer in there, weren't you? That defense was all your own work. Your skills made the difference, though. One day, I'll bet you'll be the best lawyer in the world. I'm not so sure about that. What? I couldn't help but thinking that maybe you're the one destined to become a great lawyer and not me. What? Come on. Be serious. If I helped you today, it was only right at the very start of the trial. But you have a talent for it. Being a defense lawyer, I mean. Oh, no, not me. All that tense verbal combat? I never want to go through that again. I just did what you told me to do after all, because I knew I could trust you. That's the point. Sorry? What do you mean that's the point? Listen, Ryunosuke. Do you know what the most crucial weapon is that any lawyer needs in order to win? Knowledge of the law? No. The ability to believe. To believe? To believe what? A defense lawyer has the right to fight for his clients, has to believe in them at all times. Like you believed in me when I said when I didn't do it. I'm human, just like you. I don't have some superhuman ability to know the truth. But you have to make a good choice about what to believe in and stick to it when you're defending someone. Sometimes in the courtroom, you can be really backed into a corner. But being able to maintain faithful to what you chose to believe in, even then, well, that's not something anyone can do. It takes a special kind of person. Just look at today's trial. I'm a student lawyer with precious little real experience, but you never stop believing in me. Well, you face simply hopeless situations time and again, but you never stop looking for the truth. And in the end, you found it, through your own efforts, because you were never stopped believing in me. Thanks, Kazuma. There's something I want to ask you, actually, Ryunosuke. Well, it's a favor, really. Something very important to me. It sounds serious. Ah, dude's still here. You're still here, are you? Oh, Inspector Hosonaga. I've arranged some rickshaws for us. Let's go. Thank you. We'll be right there. Let's pick up this conversation again later. We should be celebrating right now. First court in history. And your study tour to Great Britain, don't forget. Yes, that too. So my very first trial came to an end. Kazuma. Professor Mikotoba. Susato-san. Ah, I missed it. Inspector Hosonaga, who didn't really play much of a part, but still. It was because of the help and support of all these people that I managed to get through that trial. But more importantly, Kazuma hadn't yet managed to ask his favor of me. Yeah! End! Oh my god, we finished the first trial! Ooh, I got a completion trophy. I got a trophy! I like getting trophies. Trophy! Trophy, 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 trophy. I got a trophy. I got a trophy. I beat the level. I beat the level. Ooh. Yay, head pads. Okay, so this was the Great Departure. It has this here, I think. Wait. That says 5. Okay, so this must have been episode 1. And that means we're here. Wow, we got like a couple of episodes to go. Okay. Episode 2, The Adventure of the Unbreakable Speckled Band. I still got some time. Okay. Because we should be on episode 2, if I'm not mistaken. I think so. I think so. Episode 1, The Adventure of the Great Departure, would be what we were doing. Hey, Scar, how much have you slept? It's me. I went straight to bed last night. You know, it's 2:30, and I gotta keep an eye on some stuff. I don't think we should start this just yet. I think we should pick this up since it's at the beginning of episode 2. Next stream. That's what I think would probably be better. Next stream? What, do you want to start it now, Lee? Next stream? Yeah, the next time I stream, we can start episode 2, The Adventure of the Unbreakable Speckled Band. Because I'm pretty sure we already did The Great Departure. That had to be episode 1, the start of the game. Because it poked right here. Yeah, I'm just agreeing. Ah, okay. Let's see. Can I go back? Return to the title screen. Yep. Yes. Do. I think I have some lag that's messing with me. Well, that's okay. Yes, I'm finished playing the game. Game, yes. Okay, so that was great. I always enjoy these games. I have not made it through that one, so that was great. Now we see who I ask you. Who is the online? Let's go look. So that way we can try to raid someone or animals. You know, I like raiding the animals. Let's go see. We gotta open the Googles. Okay. Because doing it from. I'm not good at doing that part from my phone, so I gotta open it here. Scar, have you seen that sanctuary place I sent you way back? Sanctuary? I don't exactly remember. Maybe I'm pretty sure the one with the foxes and wolves. Oh yeah. I've seen that one. Sometimes there are wolves. Sometimes I get to see the wolves, and sometimes I don't. The foxes and the wolves. Oh, Lee, did you see the battle thing? Hold on. I'm gonna battle Lee. Well, it's saying no matches, but I battle the Lee wolf. See if it works. Dang, a draw. Well, I didn't beat you, Lee. Oh. Yep, I didn't. I can hear you through June's mic. That's weird. How does that work? Okay, you type in explanation point battle and then a space and then you type in the person you want to battle. You type their name in. Bun Bun, how are you hearing me through June's mic? That doesn't even make any sense. The birdies. The hottos. Oh, Lee won. Well, at least you left somebody alive for me. Because Izzy killed all my people. Izzy left me with nothing. Izzy left me with nothing. I just die. Boo. Hi, Biddy. Fear me, nerd. How are you, Biddy? How do? We are ending stream. Nah, I'm a geek. You's a nerd. Nah. Not me. I'm living good. I'm glad, Biddy. We's ending stream. I'm gonna raid over to the animals. I see some colorful hottos on the stream. Huh? Yes. I need to do abandonment. Yeah, I'm gonna abandon you. Absolutely. I'm gonna abandon you to go do some self care. Thank you for the tentacles. And I'm gonna raid you guys out to the animals. And I'm going to abandon you. Yes, I am. I don't care. I'll say it. I'll abandon you. I haven't done it this stream. Well, you guys enjoy the colorful birds and the fox and the sleeping wolf. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for coming, Biddy. I'm sorry you came at the end. Bye, Biddy. Bye.